What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri zone, and welcome back to the last match reaction before the international break. 2-0. We beat Torino 2-0. A much-needed win. We needed this win ahead of the break because post-break it's going to be much tougher than what we have had the last 2-3 weeks, I guess. So we needed this win. I was expecting a 1-0. To be honest, that was a 1-0 game all over. Like, it was written in the stars post-second half. Not the best of games. I think the second half probably one of the worst games of the season so far in that second half. But at the end of the day, we got the points. We kept a clean sheet, because I thought that was important the last couple of weeks. We looked solid again. We gave up absolutely nothing, and Torino looked poor, but still, we gave up absolutely nothing. So those are the positives to build on. The thing that lacks is still that final third, and I'm pretty sure Motta will talk about that post-game. But for now, we won. Let's talk about it because there are some things we need to discuss. But before we do that, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get to at least 100 likes, so hit the like button now, and let's talk about the win. Okay, so 2-0. Like I said in my preview, I said 1-0, and actually that was basically a 1-0 game. We did what we had to do, and I'm calling it a big, massive win because of the moment, before the international break and what's happening post-international break. I thought this is a big win, just pure for a boost, purely for the players leaving for the international break, knowing that we left with a good feeling at least. It's not bad, still things to work on, but we leave with a good feeling. The first half I thought was pretty okay. It was okay. It's not that we created a lot of chances in the first half, but we were more present in and around the box. It looked like the chances were around the corner. It looked like we had some more pressure than in most of the games we played recently, and that was good. It was good to see. We had the ball, we had the possession. We played past Torino pretty easy, in my opinion. A lot of players got involved in the play. I thought Colt Miners had a very good first half. I'm talking first half. I thought a lot of players got involved in that first half, and that was good. That was great to see. I think that was very positive. You get that 1-0 lead because of Cambiaso. Incredible run he makes. Takes it at the near post, which was a surprise, I think, for Milinkovic, and we have follows, and it's 1-0. And at that moment in time, it was like the moment that 1-0 came, I know a lot of people were panicking about we were going to concede if we play like this. I never had the feeling we were going to concede, because Torino, well, they offered nothing, and I never had that feeling. But after that 1-0, I was like, okay, we are not going to cruise control this, but we're just going to play it easy and, add one or two more, just purely because we had Torino down, and they had absolutely nothing they could throw at us. So I was extremely calm, and you come out in that second half, and that was bad. That up to that goal, I'm sorry, that was actually horrible. We couldn't keep possession. We lost possession a lot of times. We couldn't win a duel. We couldn't link up play. It was a bit dodgy playing out from the back. We made some sloppy mistakes, and I was like, this team looks really tired and looks like it's losing focus, and I was a bit worried. And actually, I was worried about injuries because Motta was waiting for subs, and I'm like, these players do not look fresh out there, in that second half. They look dead on their feet, some of them, and that game was screaming out for Conceição. I think that was extremely obvious. He comes on, makes a difference with Yildiz. Great goal, great setup, great finish, great assist, whatever, 2-0. But it's like that moment was good, but it tells you the issues. If Conceição don't play, it's hard. Like, it's really hard. It comes from Cambiaso crossing the field to create that goal, basically the first one. Other than that, we struggle. For example, credit for getting the goals because he's in the right position. But other than that, defensively, great work rate. But going forward, it's that. We need to be honest with that. It's not good going forward. If you see the difference with Conceição when he comes on, you can see how that it basically is on that wing on the wing position if we are placed there. You know, a credit for getting these goals, you know, coming into the box, you know, and putting them away. That's still good. You know, you need to read that game. You need to read that well. He does that, so I'll give him all the credit for that. But offensively, it's not good enough, you know, and you can see that with Konsasawa. And right now, we need that because we cannot create chances enough just purely by building up play. We're going to need Konsasawa more and more, which is a worrying thing. But right now, that's what we need, you know. So that's a positive and a negative thing in the same thing, in my opinion. The other positives are we didn't concede anything. You know, I thought Kalulu had a brilliant game again. You know, had the Inter game, and then afterwards it was a bit. I thought against Udinese it was calm. Even against Lille it wasn't poor, to be honest. But it wasn't good against Stuttgart. It wasn't good against. It wasn't good against Stuttgart. Excuse me. It wasn't good against Inter. Obviously, I thought he was excellent. That midfield, I think right now it's a more balanced one. You know, I think you need to stick with that. You know, and hopefully he gets better and better. I thought Koopmeiners got more involved in that first half. You know, still unlucky that he doesn't get on the score sheet. Still get blocks every time, but he's still not as much involved into the game as I would hope for, in my opinion. But yeah, man, like it's a good win. It's a big win, and we look more solid the last 3 games, and that was needed. But then again, the decisions to make us not look solid were those of Motta. You know, when Bremer went down, we still kept clean sheets without Bremer. It all went extremely south the moment Danilo came back into that team. It's no coincidence. Like, it's not a coincidence that now we look solid again. No, it's no coincidence. It is what it is, you know? And I'm not saying we're not going to concede or have stinking games without Bremer, but it's going to be less. The amount of stinky games are going to be less than if you play Danilo in that team. But like I said, we got the win. That's what I needed. Going into the international break for the players leaving with a good feeling, coming back with a positive feeling, hopefully, and kick on. Because now it's a big stretch until the next whatever break, and it's an intense stretch. You play your Champions League campaign in the next couple of weeks. You do in the last 2 months, next 2 months and a half, basically. 2 months. You play for your Champions League campaign qualification, and like I said, start of February, I start looking at the table. You start playing for the table. You know, so it's good. It's a good win. Positives. We look solid again. Cambiasso looks good. Konsasawa looks brilliant, but is also an issue because we're heavily relying on him right now. The midfield, I think, is more solid. It looks more at ease right now. So those are the positive things. The negative things are still the same things. You know, the working points, like offensively, it's not enough, you know, and we have some issues, you know, maybe with, I don't know what it is, you know, linking up basically at times, like just being on the same wavelength at this moment in time. But it is what it is. I'll take the win. We go into the national break, hopefully no injuries, and we come back and we should be ready to fire because it's going to be intense, you know. But for now, big win. Enjoy it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will speak to you guys very soon. Ciao.